Why? It had so much potential, and they just ruined it. Cartoon Network is finally dead. What once was a wonderful place to find awesome animated TV shows is now a wasteland of its former self. Every time I hear someone talking about Cartoon Network, all I hear is that it's just 24 hours straight of Teen Titans Go. And that's sad. Back in my day, there was tons of shows. There was always a new show, like almost every Friday. And now there's literally nothing on the platform. And that's sad because Cartoon Network was the place people would go to watch weird, wacky, some of the best animated shows. It was the home of animated shows. And now it's the last place you probably see people going. Of course, this is probably heavily due to streaming. Streaming has taken a big chunk of people that used to watch cable and now just pay for 5 different streaming services instead of just paying $150 or whatever it is nowadays to have every channel. So I don't think it's fully to blame on streaming. I think part of it also is a lot of studios now just play it safe. They either don't take risk into new IPs, they just keep reusing old IPs, or they basically run an IP straight into the ground. That's why some stations have just became reruns of Teen Titans Go. I just feel like a lot of companies rather just play it safe and fill the time slots with shows that are either working, slightly working, or shows that they can just keep piling on because nobody cares enough. When it used to be filled with tons of different shows at different times, I get that times have changed. I totally get that. But why Warner Brothers? Why did you have to throw away what was working? It's just going to get to a point where studios are using the same IP over and over and over and over and over until people are fatigued with that. I mean, look at Star Wars. People are already getting fatigued of what's coming out in the Star Wars fan base. There's nothing really good coming out. Now, there are some good stuff, like Andor I heard was really good. There's just not anything good, and we need good cartoons again. So I thought it would be fun to kind of look at some shows and kind of talk about some of the shows I grew up watching and I freaking love. Pokemon ran 1977 to 2003. I used to watch the original Pokemon show up until Diamond and Pearl, I think, was the last time I actually watched. That honestly deserved all the run because people are addicted to that. Once they stopped making Pokemon, they needed a show to take over, and I think that's where Teen Titans Go came in. But here's the thing, is with Pokemon, you have so many different seasons that you could re-put on, where with Teen Titans Go, the format is literally almost the same every single time. So it gets to a point where after you see 5 episodes of Teen Titans Go, you're going to be like, I don't want to watch this anymore. Now, the Powerpuff Girls, that was one of my favorite shows. I know it's weird. It's a girly show, but I watched the crap out of that. Well, they brought that back in 2016, and it only lasted for roughly 3-4 years, and it did not do that well. Obviously, and you can tell when studios bring back a IP that was so beloved, and they mess it up. They always mess it up somehow. I got to say, I kind of wish they would bring back on Cartoon Network was Ed, Edd and Eddy. It's such a weird and wacky show, but it was so freaking awesome. And I did not know this actually, but supposedly it ran from 1999 to 2008. They did whatever they can to make money so that they can have these big, gigantic jawbreakers, and they would do anything for these jawbreakers. And it was so funny. There's 3 of them, and each of them were kind of dumb, and dumber, basically. Courage the Cowardly Dog, that was another one that was huge. I'm honestly shocked that Courage the Cowardly Dog lasted from 1999 to 2002, where Ed, Edd and Eddy lasted way longer than that. I kind of wish they would have done more with it. I missed the show a lot. I think they actually did bring it back, or they were in the works of bringing it back. I don't know if they did or not. But oh my God, if you guys do not know what Courage the Cowardly Dog is, I recommend looking for it. That's all I can say, because it's really weird. You almost feel like you're doing drugs when you're watching it. Like, it's a really weird and wacky show. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Oh, bring it back. But it was such a hilarious, morbid show. It was a show that you sit down and you watch it, probably watch like 5 episodes, and you'll be like, this is a kid's show? Like, it's kind of wacky at what some of the stuff they got away with. That's the other thing, too, is like, I feel like cartoons nowadays and TV shows nowadays are so focused on playing it safe that it ruins what comes out. I wish we would get more shows like The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Codename Kids Next Door. Oh, That was such an amazing show. You have these kids, and the whole point is that adults are bad, teenagers are bad. Like, if you get to, I think, the age of 13 or whatever it is, then you become one of the bad guys. And the villains are so just weird. There's like a toilet villain, a pirate that has candy in his beard. Oh my God, some of the villains in that show are just so cool, so fun. I will die. Like, I will literally die if they ever bring this show back, because this show is such an underrated show, and I know a lot of people watched it, but Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends is such a beloved show of mine. I love that show with a dying passion. Like, out of every Cartoon Network show that has ever dropped on the freaking platform, Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends is in my top, I would say top 3. I think it is number 2, if not number 1, because I freaking love that show. But the whole point is, like, people make these imaginary friends, they come to life, basically, and then people either grow out of them and they don't need them anymore, so there's a place where these imaginary friends are fostered. And I think it's just such a fun show. Ben 10. Oh my God, Ben 10, all of the Ben 10s, like, at least out of the recent years, have been fairly good. Like, Ben 10, the original, fantastic series. Like, the fact that you have this boy that comes across this alien watch that allows him to change into actual aliens is just such a cool premise for a superhero TV show, and it's so awesome. And the fact that throughout the TV show, he even got more aliens. Like, how cool is that? Like, the fact that you get 10 aliens, and then throughout the series, you just get more aliens. Like, that's so cool. That is so freaking cool. And then they made, obviously, Ben older, so they had Alien Force, and then they had, like, an ultimate alien where the freaking aliens can become this ultimate form. Such a good show. Oh my God, when I say this show, I was pissed when they stopped airing this show. 2 teenager slackers find a mecha from the future that has been laying in a New Jersey junkyard for nearly 60 years and make modifications. This show only ran for 26 episodes that lasted a year. Let me just show you guys how cool this show looked. I was pissed that they took that show off, because that show was awesome, and I kind of wish they did not take that show off. And that's the thing, is weird shows like that almost did better than the shows that kept running. Mucho Lucho, good show. I know that other people might hate it, but it only ran for 52 episodes. I think that's in my top 5. I think Mucho Lucha would be top 5. I think it would be number 5, if I'm being honest. It was such a fun show, and I'm sad that it got canceled, because it was a fun show. I love this show. This is probably number 1. Let's be honest. Teen Titans was freaking awesome. But that's what I'm saying. This era when Totally Spies, Code Lyoko, if you guys have not seen that, stop what you're doing and watch that show. The animation is a little weird. It does take some time to get used to. Like 2003 to 2007 was the best time to be alive for Cartoon Network. Like, I'm not even joking. It's sad to see all these amazing shows be just pushed to the sidelines or thrown to other platforms and Cartoon Network to basically non-exist, because I didn't even talk about the website and the games that came to the website, toys and merchandise that came out from all these amazing shows that came out. Oh my God, there was like so many good shows that were on the network, because we weren't even including Adult Swim. We weren't even including Toonami. Like, oh my God, what is Warner Brother doing? You have so many great shows that you can do so much with, and you're just throwing it to the curb to be like, it's just not doing it anymore. Like, I hate when people just go, it's all about the money, because sometimes it's about what we get. It's about the shows, the culture. Like, I bet I could sit here and talk about Code Lyoko. I could sit here and talk about Codename Kids Next Door, and I guarantee you people in the comments will have something to say about Code Lyoko. Will have something to say about Codename Kids Next Door. And the sad thing is, they don't care about that. All they care about is, can they remake it and mess it up, really? If we're really talking about, can they remake it, mess it up? Is it even worth to try new IPs? And that's the thing. A lot of these IPs that are beloved by thousands, by millions, would have never happened. They never took that chance. Ed, Edd n Eddy. Weird and Wacky show. But do you think that show would be made nowadays? No. They would look at that show and be like, it's too risky. We fell in love with that. We love that Weird and Wacky. Now, again, kids are different. But sometimes you got to put something out there and try. Or just being pushed. Like, for another show. I know it's not on Cartoon Network, but like Avatar. Do you think Avatar would have been a big hit if they did not release it? I mean, obviously, it's a lot different. But there's some darker tones to Avatar. If you sit down and watch it, there's some dark tones to Avatar. But we never get those shows unless studios allow these creative people to come in and release their show. It's just sad we're not going to be getting any more cartoons under Cartoon Network. We still will get cartoons from Warner Brothers, but it's going to be a lot harder to find them. Hopefully, maybe one day we can find a place where we can get all of the cartoons that we love. Go back to the time where we're just testing fun cartoons out again. Weird and Wacky. I feel like I ranted about some of the cartoons I loved and I miss. Let me know in the comments down below. What's a cartoon on Cartoon Network that you guys absolutely love and you kind of wish would come back? If you guys enjoyed this type of video where I just kind of talk about, something that I'm passionate about, hit that subscribe button and check this video out because I roasted some freaking redesigns that ruined these characters.